I tried to call out to her in vain, only being greeted by the sounds of my voice echoing through the empty corridors. I press on, getting progressively faster as I reach the familiar stairwell. If there's one place Monica could have retreated to, it'd be the roof. Once I open the door, I can spot Monica in the corner of my eye. She's hunched over on the bench where we've been sitting together recently, sobbing fairly loudly. Her crying on Sunday was one thing. This is something else. After taking a deep breath, I walk over and sit down next to her. She slightly tilts her head to acknowledge my presence, but she remains partially silent. Feeling as it would be the right thing to do, I rest my arm over her shoulder.
Allie?
Monica, I can't say enough how sorry I am about what happened at our event.
But you've got nothing to apologize for. Besides, this runs deeper than just the event for me.
I don't understand.
It's been like this for years. I don't understand why myself, but I've accepted how things are.
I've accepted how things are? Just what is she on about? Unless she's trying to tell me something? Monica's eyes pierce mine, her tears more pronounced than before. Despite them being the same beautiful green eyes I've come to know, the look she is giving me is one that seems almost alien to me. They're no longer the radiant eyes of a dedicated, high-achieving high school idol. They now resemble the eyes of a broken girl who just wants to be understood. Again, nothing that I would have ever expected from Monica.
Can I trust you, Hallie?
Of course. The way she asked that worries me. Monica raises to her feet, wiping her eyes with her sleeve as she does so.
Ever since I was younger, my dad would always push me to excel at everything. Normally that shouldn't be a problem. I'm sure most parents want their child to do the best they can. But when my grades started to slightly slump in grade school, he started to act out. Like, you can only be called stupid and a failure so many times until you kind of start to believe it.
But you're, like, the furthest thing from stupid.
I was stupid because I thought that things would get better, that things would change. The only thing that changed was how bad the pressure from not just my dad, but from school as a whole.
Monica stops, slightly choking on her words. She takes a moment to collect herself.
Do you remember the first poem I ever shared with you?
Monica's solemn yet still vibrant eyes stare into my own. It almost feels like she's trying to look beyond my eyes and into my heart. I nod slowly and Monica sighs, not moving her gaze one bit.
Well, it was about me. Like, I used to be able to tolerate being placed on a pedestal because of how well off I seemed. But now...
Her voice chokes slightly.
I fucking hate it.
She turns away from me and takes a few steps forward. Even though I can't see her face, I can tell she's looking beyond the horizon of the nearby city, looking beyond the roof's wire fence as if she's seeking something. I hear her sigh.
You know, Hallie, halfway through the second year I was gonna jump off the roof. Just because I couldn't take it anymore. That's how bad it got.
Monica looks right at me with glassy eyes. I'm speechless. Whatever I may have expected Monica to tell me, anything relating to suicidal thoughts never crossed my mind. She inches a little closer towards me.
You're the first person I've ever told that part to.
Why? My voice comes off as a shaky whisper. Monica averts her eyes in response. Why me of all people? I was saying something. What about the rest of the club?
The rest of the club have their own issues that they've trusted me with. To have me burden them with that, or what's basically nothing but petty shit compared to what any of them are going through. That would be selfish.
No, it wouldn't. They're your friends, Monica. Aside from Sayori, I don't know anything about what any of the others are going through. But I know this. If they couldn't trust you, I doubt they'd tell you what was going on. Monica's eyes don't meet mine. She only shrinks into herself more. It's not selfish or burdening them with anything. They would care, Monica. Monica remains silent for a few moments. She then returns to the bench and sits, on the verge of crying once more.
Why did you come up here, Hallie?
Because I love you. I spoke without thinking. How could I let that slip at a time like this?
I...
Monica's stammer into silence affirms my dread that she had, in fact, heard what I just inadvertently confessed. I came up because I was worried about you. After yesterday, I was panicking about what you'd be like if the event went wrong, and I just wanted to make sure you were okay. I choke slightly on my own words. There's no way in hell she's gonna fall for that excuse. Maybe I'd be better off just shutting my mouth. To my surprise, Monica squeezes my hand and shuffles closer to me. Monica?
You're like the first guy I've met that actually listens to me. That takes my problems seriously. And...
She pauses for a moment.
You let me be me.
Tears well up in Monica's eyes again, but this time they're accompanied by a smile. God, how I've missed that smile. I squeeze Monica's hand in return. There's been something I've wanted to tell you for a while now. Her smile doesn't leave her face. The look in her eyes makes it known that she's realized I'm using the words she spoke to me at the cafe. Well, the truth is that
I love you, Hallie.
Monica finishes my sentence.
I tried to understand it so many times. Believe me, I wanted to tell you a long time ago, but I couldn't understand my own feelings. It sounds crazy. But before I met you, it felt like a piece of me was missing.
Monica moves her hand from mine up to my cheek.
It wasn't until I met you that I figured out what that piece was.
To say I'm stunned would be an understatement. I'd only just figured out that Monica liked me that way. I had no idea that her affection for me ran this deep. Monica, I'm barely able to get my words out. However, I'm soon able to regain myself and pull her into a tight embrace. I love you too, Monica. That's the only thought of mine I can put into words. It's nothing compared to what just poured out of her mouth, but how could I possibly compare to that? I can't put into words how deeply I care about you. Monica hums gently.
Say, how long have you been into me?
Oh, Her sudden question takes me a little off guard, but I can be honest with her. Since second year. We always made English class worth going to. Or through. She giggles softly. And you?
To be honest,
She ponders.
around 2 months after we met. Maybe a month and a half.
How does she manage to be this adorable, even after her sobs from earlier? We stay in each other's arms for a few more moments. It feels as if the world around us has frozen in place, allowing us both to take in this moment. Then, the slightly blustery winds don't faze us. The distant sounds of the city are eclipsed by the thumping sounds of my heart. There aren't many words between us, but it doesn't matter in the slightest. This blissful silence is what we needed. It feels like an eternity before I speak again. I think we should start getting back before the others come looking for us.
I know. If I could spend the rest of the day up here with you, I wouldn't mind that one bit.
Me neither. I feel Monica burrow her head deeper into my shoulder. Neither of us want this moment to end. But, of course, the rest of the club's waiting for us. We release each other, smiling brightly. So I guess that makes us a couple now. Monica nods.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
What do you want to tell the others?
She
thinks for a bit.
I think the club's had enough shock for one day. Could we maybe keep it between us for the time being?
Given everything that's happened today, I understand her request. I take her hand firmly in mine and squeeze it. We can go at whatever pace you want, Monica.
Thank you.
Hand in hand, we then walk back down into the corridor. Okay, I think we're almost out of the demo territory, but I'm pretty sure it goes a little bit further. The walk back towards the club room carries a loving silence. Luckily for us, we didn't bump into many students during our walk. The ones we did walk past, though, didn't seem to notice us, being more focused on the school's festivities. Before we reach the clubroom door, Monica lets go of my hand and glances through the door's glass pane. How's everyone in there?
Sayori's pacing around the room, Yuri's reading, and Natsuki's asleep. Well, that's what it looks like anyway.
She's starting to seem like her usual self again. After all the tears, it's a welcome return. You want to head in?
After you, Hallie.
I then open the door to let us in. Oh, open the door, let us in. Sorry. Not to let us in. Just open the door, let us in. Monica's earlier observation had proven to be correct. Judging by the lack of decorations, it seems they had been quite busy. That had definitely goes some ways to explain Natsuki's little snooze. As soon as the door closes, Sayori looks in mine and Monica's direction and walks over.
Hallie, Monica?
There's this noticeable concern in Sayori's voice. We weren't gone too long, were we?
You two were gone for like 20 minutes. What happened?
I guess that answers my question. I go to answer, but Monica beats me to it.
I got overwhelmed and stormed off. When Hallie found me, I was crying.
Monica then looks over at me, smiling sincerely.
We talked it over. I guess I took it too personally.
It's nothing, really. You just needed someone to talk to, and I'm just glad I could be there for you. I failed to contain the smile on my face.
Could you guys keep it down?
Natsuki yawns from her desk. Monica goes over to her, presumably to wake her up. Noticing mine and Monica's return, Yuri comes up to Sayori and I.
We were gone for a while. A part of me even considered you'd both ditched us and gone home.
Where would that idea have even come from? Judging by the look on Sayori's face, it seems as if the same thought might have crossed her mind too. No, Yuri! I found her on the roof and I just felt it right to comfort her, I suppose. I need to keep my promise to Monica. Sayori gives me an earnest smile. Yuri does the same, but looks to the side as she does. Yeah, I looked this up. It actually is supposed to be E.A. Ernest. This is like a man's name.
Aye, that sounds awfully romantic.
If only she knew. All I can do is nervously laugh off that comment as I scratch the back of my neck. If things had played out a bit differently, maybe Monica would have wanted to tell the rest of the club straight away. Maybe not. What do I know? As she said, the club's had enough surprises for one day. I'll talk to her about it later. Natsuki and Monica eventually rejoin us. Natsuki herself looks like she needs an energy drink just to fully wake her up.
Now I know the festival wasn't what we were hoping for, but I think I've come up with something that'll make it up to you all.
The other girls look at Monica with expectant eyes.
I know this nice little place in town. You know where I'm on about.
Monica looks towards Sayori and Natsuki. The spark in their eyes let both her and I know that they remember the cafe. Yuri looks a little lost, though.
Trust me, Yuri, you're gonna love it. I'm sure I will, Natsuki. But that's it. Just wait outside the school gates for me. I'll be right with you. Just go walk up first.
The girls then go their separate ways to collect their stuff. Seizing the moment, I quickly go over to Monica. Hey!
Hey!
We both keep our voices low to not get anyone else's attention. You sure about going to the cafe?
Of course. Like, I think we all deserve to relax after today.
I get that, don't worry. We smile in silence for a minute or two.
When we get more time alone again, I promise I'll make it up to you. You really gave me a reason to smile today, Hallie.
This is something I'm gonna have to get used to, isn't it? I gently give her hand a slight squeeze. I'll see you outside.
In a bit.
I quickly collect my bag and follow Sayori out the door. She does give me a sly look as if she knows something's going on between Monica and I. I really wish I could tell Sayori, but Monica's ready to go public. These lists will remain sealed. Until Monica's ready to go. I can read, I swear. I'm just losing my mind today, don't mind me. The walk to the cafe was a long and relatively quiet one. Monica and I mostly trailed behind the others, occasionally getting a hold on each other's hands. I can honestly say that if Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri weren't with us, we might have been a bit more confident in showing our affection. But that's something that can always happen another day, right? As soon as we got into the cafe, Monica excused herself from the rest of the group as she needed to use the bathroom. As the rest of us sit down and get comfy, I find myself stuck in a daydream. I didn't think this day could get crazier than the event, but thankfully I was wrong. It's probably going to take some time for it to actually cement itself in my head that Monica is my girlfriend.
So, about you and Monica, Hallie.
Natsuki stammers, knocking me out of my dreamland. Huh?
When's the wedding?
She asks that with a mix of snark and sass that only Natsuki can pull off. My eyes widen. Words. I
ship it.
Yuri nods in agreement. I'm at a loss for words. Was it that obvious? That's the only response I can give, and the answer is extremely yes. Natsuki chuckles.
Vince, you've been practically drooling over her since you joined the club.
Surely it's not as bad as Natsuki's making it out to be. I don't even have time to respond as Yuri starts talking.
To be honest, I've been noticing how close you two get most meetings. In English class as well, Monica and I tend to talk. Mostly about classwork and club, but she does talk about you a fair bit as well. Personally speaking, I get the impression that she truly cares about you.
Yuri smiles gently.
Just my feeling about that, though.
I can't help but blush as my head falls against the table. I thought... No, I didn't miss anything. Well, that time no. No, we're good.
Seriously, you two need to get together already. The suspense is killing me.
Look, I think after today, Monica doesn't need the extra stress. None of us do. The look in her eye tells me she doesn't like being called not. If we were still in school, that would have been one swift jab in the gut for me. Thankfully for me, it seems out of club that she'd rather avoid that scenario. Not to mention I'm not particularly in the mood for a smacked face right now.
Look, you gotta ask her out or not?
I smirk. I'd prefer to keep you in suspense. It's my turn to be a smart arse.
Damn you!
Our little exchange seems to liven Sayori and Yuri's spirits a little. Out the corner of my eye, I see Monica coming her longer than expected return to the group. Or making her longer than... There you are! I smile at her, and she smiles back as she takes her seat next to me.
Sorry I took so long. I just needed a moment to myself.
As Monica sits down next to me, I notice some slight wet patches under her eyes. It's clear that she's been crying again. Judging by the looks on the faces of the other girls, they've noticed it as well, though they don't say anything. Either for Monica's sake or just to not make the situation uncomfortable, I'm still unsure. The whole time at the cafe seems to, as Monica had hoped, help everyone relax a bit. However, whenever the other three were distracted, Monica would entwine her fingers with mine and give me a small but still very loving smile. I remember her saying that I'd given her a reason to smile today. Well, let's just say that feeling is very much mutual. Eventually we left the cafe. Natsuki and Yuri went their separate ways, and I ended up walking home with Sayori and Monica. We soon find ourselves outside Sayori's house.
I guess I'll see you two tomorrow.
See ya, Sayo.
Have a good evening.
Sayori makes it towards her house and heads inside, leaving Monica and I all alone as we make the short trip to mine. Monica grips my hands with the same loving firmness as earlier and looks deep into my eyes.
Thanks for today. It's still surreal to me that we're a couple now. I just hope I'll be worth the wait.
She chuckles nervously. I move my hands from hers and wrap my arms around her waist, pulling her closer. You're already worth more than I thought I deserved, Monica. My words help that gorgeous smile of hers return. She also wraps her arms around my waist. We remain lost in each other's eyes for a while until she speaks up again.
I want to try see how the rest of the week goes for us. Try see? Okay, maybe on Friday we could possibly go public.
In that case, do you want to eat lunch on the roof for tomorrow? Monica giggles softly and her eyes move to the side. Her eyes meet mine again just as quickly.
I'd love that. The more time I get to spend with you, the better, Hallie.
We then pull each other into a tight embrace.
Your hugs are so warm.
I feel as if I've heard this before. So are yours. We remain like this for a few minutes. I know you'll probably get tired of me saying this, but I love you.
Don't be silly, Hallie. I love you too.
We soon release each other.
I'll text you when I get home.
Get home safely.
I will.
Monica then starts walking home and I let myself inside. Upon shutting the door, I collapse on the couch with a stupid grin on my face. Never in a million years did I ever expect to be with Monica. I guess I kinda counted on her being a friend, but you can never truly tell how people feel inside. I learned that myself a long time ago. Learned? My phone then vibrates and I quickly fetch it out of my pocket. A text from Mum. I quickly swipe my screen to read it. It's just a text saying that she should be back a bit earlier tonight. I think to myself, I know Monica said she wanted to wait for a bit before being more public, but I should be alright to tell my mom, right? After barely a second of pondering, I take my phone out of my pocket and decide to call her.
Oh, hey, Hallie.
Hi, I just got your text.
How'd the festival go?
The question I was kind of dreading. That dread would be greater if Monica hadn't been there to brighten my day. I sigh lightly. Well, it didn't go exactly as planned, but at least something got me smiling.
Oh.
Her inquisitive yet gentle tones make me feel a little more at ease with telling her. Well, I got a girlfriend.
Oh, congrats. What's her name?
Monica. She's the president of the literature club I told you about.
I'm proud of you, really I am.
Thanks. I can't stop smiling. I'll tell you more when you get back.
No worries. See you tonight.
See ya. I put the phone down. That's going to be one interesting talk tonight. Monica's bedroom. Later that night. You know what? We're kind of nearing up on the end of the session here, so this is probably as good a place to stop as anyway. I remember it goes a little bit further than this, so we're probably going to have just another chunk or two of demo stuff to get through next time. But we're getting pretty close to the new stuff, and I feel like I've moved through it a little bit faster. Like I said, the old playlist was 11 episodes, and this is only the 8th, so it would be at most 1 more hour of former demo stuff. But like I said, that will do it for now. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more Within. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.